No, basically, the whole, I've always actually believed and I've always strived that HRD is really the nerve center, in a sense that all the principles that I am describing, who is going to, the first interaction of all the new people is with HRD. And unless and until they are able to give the correct message, they are able to train them in the proper way, they will never basically adopt or assimilate the vision. So that way HRD is extremely critical and important. Now obviously as you go on increasing, then obviously where you are talking of thousands or millions of trained sort of CRPs or activists, that's not something which can be done centrally. Then they have to have their own sort of capacity. So IRM's role comes in, because IRM is really sort of a center of excellence for this thing. So IRM's role is really that, because the trainers who are supposed to do this in the RSPs, really developing a module where they find it really something that without that their trainers are not going to be as competent and as good as they need. And that probably all the RSPs will not only accept but eagerly come to IRM for it. And that has many dimensions, because as I said that, if you look at the history of IRM, the OTW, the CMST, the LMST, these were the things which really put the RSPs on a very firm ground, and all the RSPs. So that's what IRM has to see in every, for example, RSP, where are they lacking in what, and point that out to them and tell them that they can rectify it this way. So that's one side of it. The other is that really, IRM then has, as a national institution with experience with so many others, it can come up with those kind of, because each, if you look at all the international training institutes or even the government institutions, they have a core sort of core course on offer, whatever the duration may be. They have to develop one such core course for all the RSPs, which is a value added for RSPs, It's not something which they are also doing. It's not something which they feel that, no, we can do it much cheaper and all that. That becomes really you can say the trademark or the reason for IRM's acceptance by them. And you have, some of the things which you do, this can be developed, it has to be. And then of course everything has to be, you have to have active salesmanship. You have to remain in contact with all the RSPs. Maybe where they have their own HRD, your people should go and demonstrate that, look, what value added they can bring to them. No, that's the one. That's the way to go about it. There's no reluctance. Really, what we have to show them is that we have something which is value added for them. And that's only come by interaction and demonstration. It doesn't happen simply by talking. No, my IRM vision for IRM was really that it should become a center of excellence in social mobilization, because there is no organization in the country which really has that kind of experience, or that kind of, you can say, the laboratory. I mean, the whole Pakistan, there are 7 RSPs. That's really my vision. But the other thing they're doing are that, of course, I mean, you have seen like all the RSPs, I mean, they also had to do so many things, because after all, they had to generate resources and they had to survive. And they've done very well, haven't they?